going to be talking about Ask Me Anything. This is your chance to talk to a state certified driving instructor. You can ask me questions about the career. What is it like driving adults? What is it like driving teens? How do you need to pass your tests? If you are learning how to drive, you want to learn how to drive, you need to learn how to drive, this is for you. We're going to spend some time talking about the things you want to know, you need to learn. So let's go ahead and get it. Here's my recommendations that you complete at least 6 hours of driving. This could be with me, a state certified driving instructor. This could be with a private third party. I work through the public school system. I work for some of the largest driving schools in the country. Also, I'm an independent contractor, so I do teach teens and adults. We do road test prep, getting you ready for your road tests. I think the biggest thing is having a good instructor who is willing to talk to you and be patient. What does it take to become a good driving instructor? You got to have someone who's patient. Many times you've seen a lot of my videos. There are clips that are put together. Usually they're 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos. They're clipped shorter. I'm starting to produce more long-form content to build that community up. But you want an instructor who is nice, okay? Someone who is going to help you, not yell at you when you make a mistake. What can be a mistake? You running a light, you hitting a curb, you going the wrong way in a turn. So those things are common, and we want to help you not go through a light because it's very dangerous, not hit a curb because that's grounds for automatic failure. You also want an instructor who's going to give you directions in advance. If you're just joining us, this is Ask Me Anything. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults, I teach teens. I decided to go live to talk to you guys about some of the rules, expectations of driving. What do you need to do if you're trying to prepare for driving? Should you be driving on the road? Should you not be driving on the road? There are so many things you need to think about and consider once you get out onto the road. So you want an instructor who's going to give you information in advance. They're going to say, for example, at the light, I need you to make a left turn. Also, they use hand directions. In a lot of my videos, you'll see me pointing to the left, pointing to the right, or slowing down. In the beginning, you're going to be very overwhelmed when you learn how to drive. And when you're nervous, you're more prone to make mistakes, using the wrong blinker, not looking over the correct shoulder, not yielding at a roundabout, forgetting to use your blinker. These are more common things than you realize. And a lot of videos that you see on social media are very scripted. I go through a real perspective of what you're doing. And then sometime I do a day in the life of an instructor. Other times we will show you driving downtown areas, merging on the expressway, making lane changes. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? You doing okay? Supply chain, what's happening? How you doing? The topic is driver's ed. If you have a topic, just ask me anything. This is where you can ask me questions about driver's ed or anything else. I will ask you and say it to you honestly. I'm in the United States of America. I'm in the Midwest. Okay, I'm in the Midwest. So we have 4 seasons of driving right now. It's in the summer. It's very warm. We have a lot of construction. We have a lot of teens and adults learning how to drive. So it can be very challenging and overwhelming for all people right now. And what I do find is a lot of people are just selfish, mean, they cut us off. They're not very nice to us. And you as a driver want to really maintain a good focus. What country are you from? What part of the world are you from? A lot of my supporters, my biggest area is Canada, but really a lot of people watch us around the world, the UAE, Afghanistan, Puerto Rico. So I'm really blessed to have a large body of people. And then now put your questions in. Also, you want a good instructor who's not going to make a last minute decision. Turn right, no, turn left. You want an instructor who's going to be considerate of you. I always try to find out what is important to my students. What do you want to learn? Are you here to take 4 or 5 lessons to get your license? Are you here starting from zero? Everyone's a little bit different. And I think good instructors are kind, they're chill, they have fun. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give this uh, tutorial a thumbs up. I'm looking for 25 thumbs up. We're talking about, this is a question and answer where you get a chance to answer a state certified driving instructor questions about driving. If you see me looking behind you, there is a huge gravel truck behind me dropping off their second truck. So I'm really looking and to be careful. My day typically starts, I get up about 6 in the morning, eat, take a shower, get some food, get a couple of coffees, and then I'm in the car. Thank you for the thumbs up. I look at my schedule. I try to make a custom schedule. Last 2 weeks, I drove about 80 hours of driving. It is quite a bit. I'm in the car quite a bit. So we get out, stretch our legs. We show the students how to check the oil, how to put gas in the car, how to charge the battery, routine maintenance, how to drive through a drive-through. Those skills are really important, and a lot of driving schools don't teach those schools anymore. Typically in New York, the prices are quite high. 45 minutes is about $60 to $70. Good instructors make conversations with you. I should know your name. I should know who you are. What is your goal? Everyone's a little bit different. I have a couple clients here in their 20s. They're learning how to drive. One is going back to college in August. Another person, I got a question here. We want to be familiar with our people. We want to help them. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts. So if you could, thank you. If you could put it in English, that would really help me. But I have people from around the world who look at my content, and it's really a blessing and an opportunity. Also, typically, I do teach class. I do it through Zoom. I also go in person. Post-COVID, I made a decision to do all online classes, which is fine for me. Right now, I have about 20 students. I drive upwards of 25 to 30 students in the class, 6 hours of driving. Some students need more work in parallel parking. Some students need more work in general driving on the road, lane line reference points. Some students need more work in driving through neighborhoods. It's really different. Also, one of the things I see is a lot of anxiety when beginners drive. The general public, they're very mean to us. They do cut us off. They do tailgate us. They give us the middle finger. It's crazy how they treat us. And I see it getting worse and worse and worse. I'm probably 5 to 7 years from, doing something else with driving. But for right now, I love it. It's very fulfilling. I get an opportunity to see adults and teens learn how to drive. Because if you're in the United States, you're going to need a car to travel from school to work, from work to home. Your parents love you, but after about 19 or 20, they're going to be like, listen, you need to drive. I do see a large number of people waiting 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 27 to learn how to drive. So believe it or not, there's a huge population of drivers who don't want to drive right now. And that's okay. So a lot of people see me, hey, do you do private driving lessons? Hey, can you teach my son or daughter? Yes, yes, and yes. In the classroom, I share experiences. So one experience I want to say is that I had 3 football players driving. It was in the winter time. They kept hugging the right, hugging the right. They went down to the side edge of the road. We went into the ditch. So if you're hugging the right side of the road, you're going to go off the road. So we went into the ditch. Luckily, a gentleman with the Jeep and a tow rope pulled us out. The young man did fail because he didn't maintain safe control of the vehicle. So whenever you're driving, you really need to listen to your instructor. We're brave. We have a good sense of humor. We laugh. But it is a life or death situation when you're out here on the road, because I'm driving people who do not know how to drive. They don't understand what a red light is. They don't understand dangers of driving during rush hour. They don't understand communicating the stories of about driver's ed. And we're all tied into stories, okay? I just renewed my driver's ed endorsement for 2 more years. Every 2 years, we have to get a background check, get our fingerprints. We have to take a professional development course. I have to have a medical examination. And then all this stuff is submitted to the state. It costs $45. I just got my license renewed. Yay. So I'm good for 2 more years. Every state, every country is a little bit different when you go through your certification process. I do know how to drive a manual. I've driven some teens and adults who drive a manual. That's much more bigger in the UK. But here in the United States, we drive manuals too. Another funny story, I had a mother who worked for General Motors. She did not like the curriculum that we were teaching, so she came in to talk to me because she felt like we were giving misinformation. I was very polite. I'm a gentleman. I did not disrespect her, but I simply said, ma'am, I have to teach class right now. Can I talk to you at a later date? And then she said, I'm going to call corporate. I said, ma'am, you're more than welcome to, but I have to teach class. So what I've learned is people do want to argue, but I need to be more classy and respectful. And she called corporate, they talked to her, but we have a state certified driving curriculum. But a lot of you don't know, some of these third parties, they don't have to have a driving curriculum. I have a state certified driving curriculum. Also, some states require you to have a curriculum. I'm an educator, so I think coaches, driving teachers, police officers, military people, teachers make great instructors. We love talking to people. We love helping people. And when you have an instructor that is social, you feel more comfortable, because a lot of people get really quiet and nervous in the car. A lot of people say to me, well, I'm nervous, I have anxiety. Hey, if you're enjoying this live, give it a thumbs up. I only have 1 thumbs up. We're looking for 20 thumbs up. And when you give it thumbs up, it's going to push it out to more people who want to learn how to drive. A lot of people say, well, I have anxiety. How do I learn to drive if I have anxiety? It's called gradual exposure. You start in the parking lot. I'm in a school parking lot. I'm in a college parking lot. You go up and down the aisles. You practice making, thank you for the thumbs up. That means a lot. Thank you, and thank you. You start making right turns. You start making left turns. They are light poles in the school zone or college. I have my students do figure eights around the light poles. That teaches you to look into your turn, to look out. If you're new to driving, you need to be listening to this. You need to be telling your friends that, hey, an instructor's on. He's talking about driver's ed. He's going to show you how to drive. He's going to give you tips. So we start in the parking lot. Then once you're comfortable, and I can tell when you're comfortable, usually in the first 3 or 4 minutes, as an instructor, I can tell if you are comfortable driving. You don't grip the wheel as hard. You're sitting back in the seat. You're looking left. You're looking in front. You're looking right. Again, if you have questions, put those in. This is Ask Me Anything. And I'm talking about what do you need to do to get out if you have anxiety. So next, we will go over to the neighborhood. You're going to make 12 right turns. You're going to go down the block, turn in your blinker, make a right turn. You're going to go down the block, turn in your blinker, make another right turn. We're going to do squares. Your instructor should have you doing squares going into the neighborhood. You can also hear this truck backing up. Hear it? Okay. So you want to get into a neighborhood. And then now we're going to go around to the left. We're going to go up, turn, make a left. Go up, turn, make a left. So once I see you turning the wheel properly and looking, then we're going to hit some parallel parks. Why is the left turn so dangerous? First, Mari, thank you. Thank you. Left turns are dangerous because you're turning across oncoming traffic. That's why left turns are dangerous. You're crossing the face of oncoming traffic. People like you are the reason people can't drive, hopping in a car when you won't. So what we want to do is help people, teach people how to drive. And people who have bad experiences, so I would say some people are nervous, and it's really important that you understand that a lot of people are selfish, and some people have had a bad experience with driving. they had a bad instructor, or they have a parent who grabs the wheel. It's about confidence when you get into a car, and you want to have good coaching, and you want to really teach someone. Everyone has a different experience, but what I'm finding out, and I'm out here every day, so I learn from my students, I learn from adults. I'm always looking for new data to show people. And the biggest thing is, a lot of adults just don't want to drive. They have anxiety, they have a negative outlook. And then some people just are negative in general. So I would say people who don't want to drive or are scared to drive, you need to find a good coach. You need to find someone to help you learn how to drive. And I think anytime you get into a car, it is dangerous. You could have an accident. Left turns are very dangerous because you're turning across oncoming traffic. A lot of beginners panic. They may hit the brake instead of the gas. We turn short, we get rear-ended. The next thing I say, going through roundabouts. A lot of beginners go in too fast. They hit the curb, which is automatic failure, or the instructor has to intervene and turn the wheel. If you want more examples, type it in. I'll give you more examples of why beginners and people who are in their 20s and 30s who are also beginners fail and they struggle. They don't listen to the instructor. They think they know how to drive. And a lot of people just pop on a live or someone talking about driving or semi-truck driving. For instance, there was a dangerous fatality in Texas. There was a company who had drivers driving way beyond their legal hours of driving. 5 people lost their lives. There was a semi-truck driver who killed 5 people. It's in Texas. You don't believe me? Look it up. This company will be sued. They are actually a semi-truck courier for the United States Postal Company. This company was changing log hours. If a driver was tired, they have a little code to type in to say, hey, I'm tired. They would push back the time. So as a result, someone died. 5 people died. So there's going to be scrutiny. There are a lot of driving schools across the country that have been shut down because they're lying. They're behind on their paperwork. They falsify records. The one thing on me, I always do my paperwork. I'm always legal to teach driver's ed. If I'm tired, I don't drive. If I have adults or teens who are not ready or making dangerous mistakes, running through red lights, not checking blind spots, arguing with the instructor, I'm not going to drive you, because driving is a privilege, not a right. So whenever people say random stuff or do random things, they get deleted, or I just don't drive them, because there's a shortage of driver's ed instructors. My next class that starts in about a week, I have 20 students ready to learn how to drive. If I want to drive 30 or 40 or 50, I could, but I'm working at a good pace. So typically, usually students who have low self-esteem, want to argue with authority, you just don't drive those young people or adults, because they're going to end up killing themselves, making mistakes. And I think a lot of people just say random stuff, and I learned to ignore it and keep it moving. Okay. Next, classroom stories are really important. I share some good classroom stories with you. I'll share another classroom story. I had a young lady in one of my classes. My students text me, hey, so-and-so jumped out the window and she's playing outside in the courtyard. I said, what? You tell her, get back in the classroom, and when I come, I'm going to deal with her. So when you're dealing with teens or young adults, they do silly things. They do stupid things. So it's about me trusting you. And if I don't trust you when we drive, I'm not going to drive you. It's really, really, really simple. Okay. Next, I'm a fun teacher, and I share these experiences. I share these stories with you to encourage you to want to drive, to encourage you to move past maybe an instructor that is not good, maybe a teacher that is not good. You're paying your money, and I am not expensive. It's upwards of $75 an hour. So driver's education is not expensive. The reason it's expensive, the liability insurance for a driver's ed vehicle, to have a dual mirror, to have a dual brake. Okay, you're driving people that cannot drive. And there's some companies across the United States, I'm not going to name any, There are people coming into the United States, and I'm not going to get into the political landscape. They think they can pay a driver's ed company, hey, I have a family of 10 people. I'm going to pay you $500 a person and just pass them. If you have good conscience, you don't pass people who can't drive, because I'm signing my signature saying you can drive. And if you crash and kill someone, they're going to come after you, and they're going to come after me. If you can't drive, I'm not going to drive you. I'm going to teach you. So a lot of people think they can come into the United States and just pay thousands of dollars and then you have a license. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. A good instructor on the road is very calm. They give you advice. Whenever you look at my videos and me talking to you now, I'm giving you advice. If you want to learn how to drive, find a good instructor. Good instructors are like me. They're social. They have a good sense of humor. We have to learn quickly from our mistakes. They make conversations with you. Okay? You learn what to do, and you prepare people to grow up. Driving doesn't make you an adult. Driving prepares you for responsibilities. Putting gas into a car. If you have an electric car, charging it up. Going to find a job, because typically every 2 days we're filling up this car, we're driving 250, 275, 300 miles a day, because we're driving students downtown areas, rural roads, main thoroughfares, roundabouts, residential areas. Good instructors will take you in a wide variety of areas. They're giving positive reinforcement. You'll never hear me say anything negative about any of my students. And when you watch these videos, whether they're short form videos, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or longer form, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, you need to be watching all of these videos, because you're going to pick up knowledge. Okay? I don't go live to waste your time, and don't come on my live to say random stuff. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm here preparing you to pass your road test. I'm here preparing you to get your license. I'm here preparing you to become independent. Okay? Next, they always remind you to do things constantly. When we park, let's park in the lines. Parallel park, roll straight back, turn the wheel all the way to the right, back in at a 45 angle. You need to be 12 inches or less away from the curb. I go out and check. I wear size 14 shoe. I will open the door and check. Good instructors give you this feedback. And I have driven a group of about 30 students several years ago. I can't tell you the deep logistics about it, but they were 18 and up, getting ready to go to college. The one reason why I want to expand this and perhaps get a grant, get a driver's education vehicle, preferably a electric vehicle, and teach adults how to drive. Driving is a life skill. I want to say this again. Driving is a life skill. Now, some people in New York or New Jersey, you don't really need your license because your transportation system is good. But any other place, most of you are under 40. You want to move out, get your own apartment, get your own place, get your own condo. You have to work. W-O-R-K. You have to drive. You got to drive to your job. You got to drive back home. You're going to community college. You're finishing up high school. You don't necessarily need a college education to be professional, but it's going to take you a little bit longer. You got to establish credit. You're going to have to at least get your own car one day. It could be a 2020, a 2019, 817. You need to drive a reliable car. You have to have credit. And if you don't establish credit at 17, 18, or 19, when you're in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, how are you going to get a mortgage for a house? How are you going to get approved for a $30,000 or $40,000 car? Denied, because you have not established credit. So a lot of people just want to stay home, mom and dad's basement, and do nothing. That's not life. Everyone is different. I was taught you work, you stack up your money, you pay your bills on time, and if you need to have a credit card, it's there for emergencies. Okay, hey, what's up? How you doing? We're talking about Ask Me Anything. How you doing? I know you're from the Chicago area, Illinois. How you doing? We were talking about expectations about driving, getting a job, job if you want to be with me, right? I do driver's ed. I'm in education. I do social media. I'm trying to do some Amazon branding, trying to do some other social media. I have to invest in digital products to up my game, right? And I also have a stand store that's connected to my channel. And if you want to learn how to drive, I have about 8 digital products. If you want to sign up for a coaching call with me, I am there, right? So you need to expand your skill sets. And ultimately, I want to help a company develop their social media. I use my channel as an example. We're upwards of almost 600,000 views this month. I have about 25 videos that are upwards of 500,000 to 1 million views. And I'm going live more. I'm posting more longer form videos. I'm asking you guys questions because I want to build my community. Okay. And when T. Miller came in, he's one of my top fans. He comes in, he supports, he says hi. I appreciate that. And I want to keep going and talking to you. Give us a thumbs up if you're learning something. Always fix your mistakes, right? When you're learning how to drive, you're going to make mistakes. I ran my car down too low. I got a flat tire. How do I change it? You get the jack, you get the lug wrench, you jack up your car, you loosen those lug nuts, you get some gloves, you take off that tire. Hopefully you got a spare tire and you put it on. A lot of people don't know how to change tires. I also have a drag car at home, right? Next year, I'm going to spend some money. We'll post some videos. We got to freshen the motor. It's a 1968 RS Camaro. And I have to reapply for my competition driver's license, where you have to make passes down the drag strip. The first one are a couple of 14-second or 10-second, 14-second. 14 seconds is like 90 miles an hour. 10-second, high 10-second is like 130. You're saying this like it's nothing. It is something, right? And then to get your full license, you push it to the floor. You got to get into the 9s. Currently, my car runs about 920, 910, which is slow for today's standards. But I want to enjoy this thing. We're going to freshen the motor up. It's a 409 small block, aluminum rods, Dart Race Runner block, all pro heads, 17.5-1. It's a serious combination. And if you know what I'm talking about, put yes into the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you don't know, I'm going to educate you. I've had the car over 20 years. It's about $500 every time we go out. It's on a trailer. I have an 18-foot open trailer at the house. It's a 1968 RS Camaro. It won the NMCA World Championship. So I bought a turnkey race car. But a lot of times people drive cars, the commitment, the money, freshening the motor, new slicks, oil changes. So it's a lot of money to race. But next year, I'm making the commitment. I'm going to make some time. And then I'll go to some of the regional racetracks in the Midwest, Chicago, Toronto, Milan, Wisconsin, because there's some good races there. But you want to stay within your lane. The car should go around 155 to 160, and that's my class. I'm not a turbo class. I'm not a supercharger. I'm going to run in a all motor class. Right now, there's a young lady who's the world champion. She's got a 72 Nova. I think it's a 565 big block. She's making about 1,000 or 1,100 horsepower, runs 890s. But to get a car, to race a car, a lot of people want to go and race, but they don't have the money, or they don't have the car, or they don't want to make the commitment. If I blow up the motor or break some valve springs, it's money. So I want to make the commitment to that, commitment to myself, and enjoy it. Next, in your classroom, your teacher allows you to interact with other students. They allow you time. They leave you alone. They allow you time to think. Thank you for the thumbs up. Also, my social media stuff, I'm going to buy the Gaddafi. It is basically a larger machine. I'll be able to stream to all social media channels. Right now I'm on my phone, my S22 Ultra, which is fine. But if I want to step up and really be serious about live streaming and showing more content, I have a GoPro. I want to buy a drone. I have a Canon SL3 camera. I went to Chicago, to Joliet, to the drag strip. I got invited there because I have a certain number of followers, and I was able to make pictures and take video of race cars, motorcycles. It was really fun. I enjoy photography. I enjoy social media, making content, editing. So it takes work. Okay, also people say random stuff. They'll talk about your hairline. They'll talk about your glasses. Also, I do have the Meta glasses on. They're great for content creation. I had them almost a year. It's really helped my channel grow. I can video at the drag strip. I would have to cover my ears up because of the race cars, but they will do a burnout. I would hit my button and it would record for up to 3 minutes. So I have a lot of good videos that I post on the Instagram, other social media. So it's fun. I try to keep it fun, but it is a lot of work. Don't think unless you're chilling. Like when this video done, I can edit it. I can keep it the way it is. So I can put AI beat roll in. I use Opus Clips. Shout out Opus Clips. And I want to become an affiliate because I believe in the product. It's been 3 years and I was an early adopter. So, and I'll put that link in. Also, they use the hand to show where to look. If you're making a left turn, I want you to look straight. You're not looking to the left, we'll get hit. You're not looking to the right, we'll get hit. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's keep going. I'm going to talk a little bit about the road test. I have some information. I can only show you limited. So if you have questions, put those in. Controlled and uncontrolled intersections. Are you looking for open spaces to left and right and front? Remember, I'm preparing you for your road test. Okay? I'm not just teaching you how to drive. Ultimately, you have to get to the road test. Do you obey traffic signs and signals? If the light's yellow, do you slow down safely? If you run a yellow light, automatic failure. I had a live a couple of days ago. We went into a really deep dive about that, so you need to be looking at that video. Also, do you understand the right-of-way rules? A lot of beginners do not understand right-of-way rules. Okay, example, if two cars come together at the same time, the car on the left needs to yield to the car on the right. Stops in a proper position. Are you stopping behind the stop bar or stop line? That's that huge, big white line, okay? If you stop past the line, that's the deduction. Let's talk about curves. Entering the curve at an appropriate speed and position. If you're going too fast, you're going to go over the line and can potentially spin out of control. I've had kids put the car into the ditch. I've had adults put the car into the ditch. You're driving too fast. Slow down. If you have questions, put those in. Next, on curves, gradually increasing speed at the apex of the curve. Just getting out to the top part of the curve, are you gradually accelerating out? Also, I have some videos that I haven't posted yet. One of my students, his dad, has a Porsche. It's a 1985 Porsche, excellent condition. I made about 5 or 6 videos. It's on my camera roll. I need to post those. And I did a walk around. It was a manual, beautiful, beautiful car. And he kept it in the family. He used to race it here in the Midwest. So he told me the whole history on the car. And for a lot of you, you're like, that's just a car. For some of you, bro, that's a Porsche. And beautiful car. So I have some videos. I got to put those out. And the one thing I want to say, when you make content and it stays in your camera roll or your draft, it's going to die in your draft or camera roll. Every time I make videos, I try to get them out. And if I can't think of a good title, I do SEO, search engine optimization research. I think of good titles. I'm trying to build my brand. And then if I can't think of a good title, I'll put it out. I'll put it into unpublished. Then when I have time to go back, I'll think of a good title. I'll look up Google Trends. I'm giving you some good side stuff. I'll look up Google Trends, and then I'll find something that's trending, okay? Next, do you maintain proper lane position? A lot of beginners go too fast. And if you go too fast, you're going to cut into the white line, because we're in America. The white line's on the right, the yellow line is on the left. Are you going to go over those lines? Let's talk about parking. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's talk about parking. Perpendicular and angle parking on the right side. Can you angle park? We were at a very high-end department store area. They were cyber trucks, a lot of Teslas, the Chargers. We're going to be showing you this later. I have those videos. I will be getting those out. But I have my students park in very tight stall parking spots. Park in 10 spots. What? I told my students, you got to park in 10 spots. They parked in 10 spots and they backed in. If you don't know how to park, you need to be looking at my videos. Next, perpendicular parking, angle parking on the left side. You know how to angle park on the left side. That is extremely important. Do you know how to parallel park? You line your car up, turn your wheel all the way to the right. The rear will go on at a 45 angle and you turn your wheel back. If you can't parallel park, you will fail your road test. My students and I were at a state certified third-party course. I cannot mention the name because the owner asked me not to. They were practicing the state test. Stall parking coming up. Reverse bay parking, reversing in, looking over the shoulder, looking out the window, then pulling up and reversing in at an angle, turning the wheels all to the right. Proper parallel parking. You don't see other instructors doing this, right? We were putting in the work to make our students great. That's what I do, because I take the time to make sure you know how to drive. So when you see my videos popping up, you're like, man, let me take a moment and look at this. Man, let me subscribe, because I'm going to get deeper value. And I'm going to be creating more long form videos where you're going to be learning how to pull into a driveway, do reverse parallel park, merge on the expressway, and deep interstate driving. I had some deep interstate driving. I had the GoPro right here. I was in a big U-Haul truck and I'm driving across several states. I have those videos. I need to get those videos out, do some mild editing, clean up some of the dead spots, put in some B-roll. There's your 20-minute video. There's your 10-minute video. There's your 18-minute video. Because a lot of you are saying, we like your videos, but they're a little too short. That's what she said. Not to me, but to you. So I'm going to be making more longer form content to help you positive manifest, right? Let's keep going. Stopping at the curb. A lot of you will hit the curb. Don't do that. You're going to ruin the rims on your car. You're going to have curb rash. That's where you scratch up the side of your rim. And I've had students hit the curb. Thank you for the thumbs up. I've had students hit the curb and actually blow out the tire. We're in a driver's ed car, and if I'm driving 10 hours and I have one student, hour 3, hit the curb, blow out the tire, I'm losing money. Time is money. So we don't want you to hit the curb. And then on your road test, if you hit the curb, automatic failure. Let's keep going. Do you signal properly 100 feet or half a block? If it's no, you're going to lose points. You're going to cause confusion. The car behind you doesn't know what you're doing. If you turn it on too late, you're going to get rear-ended and you're going to be honked at. You're going to get honked at. And this tells me that you, as a beginning driver, you're doing something wrong, right? So I want us to be safe. This is around our beginning driver bubble, but cars will cut us off. They're tailgating us because you drive 10 under the limit, 15 under the limit, which is grounds for failure. Let's keep moving along. Next, safely exits in the parking spot. I had one student pull up really close to his mama's vehicle. Almost hit the door. You need to leave space on the left. Driver's side, we're in America, our steering wheel's on the left. If we're in the UK, it'd be on the right. You need to leave space so when you open your door and close your door, you don't get your car door dented. A lot of you don't understand this. People will dent your car, key your car, wreck your car because you don't know how to park. Next, safe driving behaviors. This is what I'm really looking for all of you. Safe driving behaviors. Number one, automatically puts on seatbelts. It's a habit. Unfortunately, I have teens and adults. They come into the car. Hey, let's go. They don't put on their seatbelt. Automatic failure. I've seen more students fail when they first get into the car because they don't put on the seatbelt. You just failed. Put on your seatbelt when you get into the car. Next, maintains proper speed at all times. Beginning drivers, not just teens, adults, you are notorious for going 10 under, 15 under, 12 under. You are putting us in danger. Number one, you're going too slow and you're going to have to slam brakes at a light. We'll get rear-ended. Number two, you're going too slow. You're going to have to run through a late yellow or early red light. We're going to get hit. So I know as your instructor that if we don't drive at the speed limit, we're going to fail. So I tell you, quit staring at the speedometer. A lot of you as beginning drivers stare at the speedometer. Don't do that. Aim high. Look ahead. You'll see I'm looking down at the speedometer right now. The phone's on the steering wheel. I'm pretending if I look down, I'm looking at the speedometer. You are staring at the speedometer. You're probably saying, you need to be writing this down. Wherever you're listening from, type in where you are from. Are you from the United States? Are you from the UK? Are you from Canada? Where are you at in the United States? I'm from the Midwest, okay? The Midwest part of the United States. If you are going under speed, you might as well say we're going to fail, right? Next, let's keep going. Do you maintain a safe following distance? 3-second gap, 1001, 1002, and 1003. Some of you know you tailgate. That's a dangerous maneuver. You need to have space. You can hear the gravel truck backing up. Hear that noise? Okay. Let's keep going. Identify, understand, and respond appropriately to traffic signals and signs. You, as a beginning driver, need to maintain safe following distance. You need not hug the right. You need not hug the left. Why are you hugging the right? Why are you hugging the left? Because you're looking down at the speedometer. You're looking at the line. I'm pretending I'm looking at the line to the left. I'm pretending I'm looking at the line to the right. I'm pretending I'm looking down at the speedometer. Aim high. Look ahead. If you just joined us, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults. I teach teens. I just recertified for another 2 years. So every 2 years, it depends on what state you're in. I am actually a state certified driving instructor. If you want me to show you my endorsement, I will. I'll cover up my name and address, but I'm certified for 2 more years. I am real. I am a real person, and I'm very proud of what I do. I've helped thousands of adults and teens learn how to drive, and I'm an authority in this space, right? And I'm really building the brand. So when you're looking at my videos, you need to subscribe, okay? You need to look at all my videos. A lot of you are looking at videos. I'm getting about almost 600,000 views this month, but we need more subscribers. My goal is to hit 30K by the end of this year. So I got to keep making more good content, more long form content. A lot of you love my shorts, but that's not building brand. That's not building the community. 3-minute, 5-minute, 7-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute videos. Those are the videos where you can feel comfortable. You feel like you're in the car with me. You feel like you're keeping good speed. I made a video driving to Metro Airport. That was really good. Driving back in heavy traffic, semi-trucks, cars cutting us off, showing you what you really will see when you're driving, and you need to really be absorbing these videos. And I'm very active in the chat, right? Next, give us the thumbs up. I'm reading from the state test right now. So yeah, no man, I would fail that, baby.
Ready for your road test?
I'm not ready, man. One day.
I'll keep looking for you.
One day, come on over here 1 second. I'm going live. If you want to pop your face in, I got a truck driver here. Tell me, one of the things, I'm going live right now. So, how big is your vehicle? How much does it weigh?
I empty them about 51,000.
51,000 pounds. Is your vehicle an automatic or manual?
Manual.
How?
18 speed.
18 speed.
Yep.
I recertified for driver's ed for 2 years. Do you have to recertify every year?
Yep.
Every year?
Every year.
Yep, I understand, brother. I passed mine.
And you got to take that medical exam every 3 years.
Oh, okay. Mine is every 2 years.
It might be 2 now on the CDL. They change them with the times, you know, as the time.
Now, are you a private contractor or you work for a company?
I work for a company.
Have you driven semis before, or you just do gravel trucks?
Nope, I drove steel hauler, dump trucks, and this gravel train.
Nice. I don't want to ask you too many crazy questions. Full, how much do you weigh?
160,000.
Wow. Are drivers nice to you? Do they cut off? Do they tailgate you?
Four-wheelers are the worst because they think we can stop on a dime.
Wow.
It takes 2 football fields to stop that truck. To a complete stop.
Wow. Do you have a Jake brake?
Yep.
See, I know about that. One of my friends. How many miles are on your engine?
This is a 2025, so I only got like 25,000.
It's like a baby.
Right, yeah.
Is it a Detroit diesel?
Nope.
No, what is it?
I got a Cummins.
Cummins. Okay. How much torque and horsepower?
I'm at 435 and about 2,500 pounds of torque.
2,500 pounds, baby! That's crazy. Okay.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Keep taking care of the kids on the road.
Thank you, brother.
I think my son went through you.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. You have a blessed
Thank you, brother. You heard my guy talk. 18-wheeler. 18 speed. Don't cut off no semi-trucks, man. We keeping it real out here today. He asked me, do I want my license? Bro, I'll hit a building. He's backing that semi-truck up. I want to show you. See him backing that semi-truck up? Okay, you see that? Wow, bro, I can't do that. That's real. That's real. That's a skill. Okay, now if I wanted to get my CDL Class 1, I could do that. What would I do with that? I could drive a party bus. I just need to get my CDL Class 1. I could do a party bus. Right now, driver's ed is good. It takes up most of my time, but I'm looking for other opportunities. So by him sharing that, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, okay? And he's coming in getting that gravel, bro. Like, there's huge mountain of gravel right now. Okay, let's finish this up, guys. Give me some more thumbs up. Demonstrate proper use of mirrors. That semi-truck driver's using his mirrors. No backup camera. Are you kidding? He's using his driver's side mirror, his passenger side mirror. Use your mirrors. Next, understands differences of the vehicle capabilities and effective shares the road with all road users. Gravel truck, cars, buses, limousines. Do you even know? And a lot of you, from what I've been looking at my analytics, it's 50-50 female, male. I have people in the United States, Canada, UK, UAE, all over. There are people 10 to 14, 18 to 24, 24 to 30, 30 to 44. I have a wide range of demographics because I have a good sense of humor. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm dressing crispy, got that crispy haircut. Come on, baby. Got the metal Ray-Bans on. I got a good sense of humor. So I appeal to a wide variety of people. Let's keep going. Effectively manages the risk in driving environment. That guy in the gravel truck, if he's not paying attention, he could take out a whole building. Okay? And I'm a consumer of social media. I love drag racing, mountain climbing, semi-trucks. I watch a lot of people in their 20s and 30s who are getting semi-trucks. They're across the United States making 60, 80, 100, 150,000, but they're putting in work. They're driving from Ohio to Texas. They're driving across the United States, but that one accident that happened in Texas with this young driver who killed 5 people, he fell asleep at the wheel and killed 5 people. The lawyer for those 5 people and let their hearts, I'm going to pray for a minute. God protect them. That company is going to get sued for millions and millions and millions of dollars unless they settle out of court. But I'm going to be discussing this because a lot of these semi-truck drivers are tired, driving tired. And I'm just being real. I'm in the transportation industry, and if I falsify records, I'm going to lose my job. Why would I lose my job? Why would I lie on my medical examination? Why would I say I'm okay to drive and I fall asleep and crash? That's stupid. I'm not going to chase money. In this job, you can make a lot of money. But if you fall asleep, you're going to crash. Why would I do that? I'm not going to do that. Next, demonstrates the ability to select a gap and avoid hesitation. A lot of you avoid going in the roundabouts. A lot of you avoid making left turns. A lot of you avoid making lane changes. Real talk. A lot of you avoid that. This semi-truck keeps coming here, bro. I want to show it to you. You see it coming? You see that semi-truck coming? Bro, I'm screaming. You see that semi-truck coming? That's no joke. Okay, 18-speed manual transmission. I know how to drive a manual. I know there's a button he pushes on the shifter. It's an override. You shift into higher gear. I know how to. But this truck is coming up to me. I want to show you this again. See that truck? That's crazy, man. That you got to know how to drive. And my hat's off to him. My certification is automotive, teens and adults. I don't have a CDL. I have a chauffeur's license. I can drive a vehicle up to 12,000, 13,000 pounds. After that, that's it. Okay? Now, let's keep going for this. Do you yield to pedestrians? If you are going through an intersection and you don't yield, automatic failure. Go back home, right? Lane changes. Do you signal and check your mirrors? You have to signal. You have to check your mirrors. Do you turn your head to check blind spots? A lot of you don't. This is a blind spot check. This is a blind spot check. A lot of you are scared to do this. I'm simply telling you what you need to do. And I'm simply hoping that some of you will subscribe, you'll go deeper, and you'll see the value in this because I'm not rushing this. I'm taking my time. I'm going over what I need. You almost have a virtual lesson with me right now for almost an hour. We've been on 52 minutes. And it's been a blessing because I get a chance to share with you some of the stories and journeys I've been through. I get a chance to tell you what the industry is like. And the industry is going through changes. A lot of companies are cheating, right? They're falsifying records because they're trying to make that money. So they're doing themselves a disservice and they're doing you a disservice. If your driver's education company didn't teach you how to drive, you need to report them to the state. I'm not hating because I'm in the industry, okay? And if God is willing, I'll have my own, and I want to do a good job. Really, it's word of mouth. If you do a good job, people say, go to him, go to her, go to them. If you're terrible, they'll say, don't go to them. It was a terrible experience. The instructor was terrible. I called the office. I couldn't get through, right? So you want to have all your paperwork ready because the state will come in and give an audit. They'll come in, somebody will come in with a clipboard, a lady. They'll have a briefcase. They're going to spend 2 or 3 days looking over everything. I want to see your last 5 classes. I want to see the attendance roster. I want to see drive cards. I want to see attendance. I want to see all of your instructors, state certifications. Okay, you got to have that. If my certification lapses, and it's not, it would have lapsed the end of August, I wouldn't be able to teach driver's ed. That's stupid. Why would I let my certification lapse? Okay? And the state has this to make sure you're in good shape, you are healthy, you can teach someone. You got to meet that medical standard. Vision is very important. I have over 20/20 vision. You're sitting in the car all day, so you have to eat good. You've got to take care of yourself. And it's a grind, okay? I almost been sitting here an hour talking to you, and I'm almost done. So let's keep going. Do you signal proper? 100 feet, a half a block, okay? Do you prepare to stop or merge into the flow of traffic? A lot of you will hesitate. I'm not ready to go out in traffic. There's a semi truck behind us. I'm not ready to go out in traffic. There's a big truck behind us. Okay, how hard is it for someone in the UK to get licensed? Okay, let's talk about both. First, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Two different types of programs. In the UK, you have more detailed testing and driving. You are driving a manual. You're driving on the left side. We drive on the right side. But to look at it, I think it's about equal. You have to take a state test. You have to drive with someone over 21. And then once you feel comfortable, you're going to go take your test. I think in the United States, I'm thinking in general, if you get private lessons, maybe 6 hours of driving and a good instructor, I think you'll be ready for your road test. I think in the UK, because the system is more involved, you're going to be a learner for a certain amount of time. The test is more involved, more questions. You're driving a manual, you have more junctions, you have more roundabouts. I think it's a little bit more involved in the UK. Overall, I think our tests are very similar. You've got to master steering control, vehicle control. If you have a clutch and you're bouncing back and forth, you're going to lose points. If you have an automatic and you hit the gas and you're bouncing back and forth, you're going to lose points. So I think if you have a good instructor, a lot of the UK channels are very popular with people across the country. Okay, so I watch a lot of them too, but I think overall they're about equal. You got to have a good coach. You got to have someone who's going to take you out, roundabouts, U-turns, 3-point turnarounds, pulling in a driveway. This big semi truck is coming by me again. See that semi truck? Bruh. That thing is huge. So I think if you have a good coach, I think it's about equal. And I think in the UK, I think it's a little bit harder because you got the manual, it's more involved, and you got to put a lot of hours of driving in. Okay? Beautiful question. Let's keep going. Next, you need to really make a habit of understanding other roadway users. Please give us a thumbs up. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Here's why you need to subscribe to my channel. One, I'm a state certified driving instructor. Okay, I'm an authority in the space. Two, I have a proven track record of over 23 years of teaching adults and teens. Four, I take you through the whole process of getting into the car, putting on your seatbelt, adjusting your mirrors, going from zero, okay? Going and starting in the parking lot, making 12 right turns, 12 left turns, getting into the neighborhood, learning how to have good spatial awareness, learning about reference points. There is some anxiety. There is beginner drivers who are nervous. You're going to be hesitant. You don't need me or an instructor to scream at you. You don't need me to grab the wheel because that's going to kill your confidence. You need your mom and dad or your caregiver. If you're under 21, you're going to be driving with someone who is older than you. They're going to teach you how to have good speed control, how to be a good defensive driver. I go through this journey daily, and by me sharing how my day went, or expectations in driver's ed, or companies trying to cheat the system, they get busted and they get shut down. So that's more opportunity for me and other schools. Example, I have 20 students in about 3 weeks coming up. If I want more hours, I can take them, but also I'm in education, right? I want to balance out my life. My life is not all driver's ed. My life is not all education. My life is not all social media. Okay, I love working on my house. I love working on my gaming computer. I love building my race engine. I love going out drag racing. I'm a family guy, right? So I enjoy these things, so I have balance, right? After this is over, I've got to go pick up lunch. And then I'm going to rest for a few hours. We'll edit this video. But really, it's a good opportunity for you to get to know an instructor. It is a lot of work. And, you know, instructors start out young. Some may do it 5 years, 10 years. In fact, one of my good social media people, I don't know if she was driving, she got her driver's ed car sideswiped in the UK, and I'll try to take a picture of that, but accidents do happen. I had a young lady make a right turn. She cut it too short. She hit the curb. She hit a sign. Okay, ripped the side of the door off. So those things do happen, but as a good instructor, you should never be going fast. you should always be a defensive driver. Okay, like this truck backing up, it makes me a little bit nervous. These guys are dropping off this gravel, and I'm gonna show you this. You see them out there, okay? You see they're dropping off that gravel. You see that for yourself. So that's working. There's no backup camera. Guys and ladies, I want to say thank you. I'm going to start making more long form videos. Thank you for the questions. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments. Let's make this community really good. I will talk to you later. Bye.